Hello everyone. I am an India Alliance Intermediate Fellow and working on Indigenous people's food systems and nutrition in India. Today I am presenting a specific section of my research work which is exploring resilience of indigenous food systems of India during COVID-19 pandemic. Indigenous people are the earliest inhabitants of Mother Earth and they manage almost a third of the Earth's land surface and own guardianship of 80% of global species diversity. They have unique traditional ecological knowledge of indigenous food systems. These systems have light carbon footprints, require minimal external inputs, and can provide sustainable diets. Despite this, the indigenous communities globally are nutritionally vulnerable and experience extreme disparities in health grounded in poverty, marginalization, and geographic isolation. My larger research work is exploring food environment of tribal people of Jharkhand, a state in India, assessing nutritive value of indigenous foods and examining their contribution to food security and nutritional status of women and children. Finally, we intend to develop nutritious, affordable diets using indigenous foods and promoting their production and consumption. The objectives of the work that I am presenting today are assessing the pathways of impact of COVID-19 pandemic on food systems, food security, and diets of indigenous people, identifying specific attributes of the food systems of the tribal communities that offer resilience. Methods. It is a cross-sectional survey conducted telephonically in the month of June-July this year. 152 households of 3 tribal communities, including a particularly vulnerable tribal group, the Soria Paharia, using an adapted tool called COVID-19 Surveillance Community Action Network (CSCAN) for Food Systems Questionnaire and a market survey conducted on 56 vendors and 8 local markets. Results. We found all the 3 communities accessed food from diverse sources, including cultivated, wild, and built food environment, which included both formal and informal markets and food supplementation programs of the government. To elaborate upon this, all communities accessed 6 to 7 food sources. A third reported difficulty in accessing food from informal markets, which included weekly markets, due to containment measures and mobility restrictions, while some reported better access to wild food environment and the government food security programs. This led to a change in the dietary composition with more reliance on cereals, that is rice, and less consumption of flesh foods available from the local markets. Household income was also affected due to lower sales of crops and lesser opportunity for wage laboring. A mixed impact was felt on market food prices with lower prices for locally grown commodities like fruits and vegetables. The farming system was affected due to decreased access to market for farming inputs like seeds, fertilizers, and labor. Mixed impact was felt by food vendors owing to lower sales from cereals and better income due to price inflation of certain commodities. Future concerns were expressed regarding food security and farm inputs. Based on the preliminary findings, the attributes that may offer resilience in these communities include communities' access to multiple food sources, especially wild food sources, and their self-sufficiency in using indigenous seeds for cultivation and managing their farms at the family level. These two were reported more amongst the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Way forward, the next round of survey is now being conducted and the findings will be shared with the local government, including challenges faced for producing, selling, purchasing, and accessing food commodities, outreach of the government programs, feedback on coping strategies of the community and their resilience, and lastly, recommendations on supporting and promoting cultivation of indigenous varieties. I would like to conclude by quoting the following lines. While experiencing this COVID-19 pandemic, there is an opportunity to sow the seeds of a more sustainable, long-term recovery and enhancing society's resilience. Just as the world must build back better from the crisis, so too must we grow back better. Finally, I would like to thank people of the tribal communities for their active engagement during the surveys, my field team, the CSCAN collaborators led by Dr. Selina Ahmed, and India Alliance. Thank you.